Man, why is it always like I'm always so hyped to do a video, and then I get to the point where I am gonna start doing it, and it's just like, man, I don't feel like it because I'm a bitch. Okay, all right, beautiful. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are trying the mic again. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna stick around. We're gonna try it for this video. Maybe I'll change my opinion on it by the end, but at the moment, I either need to buy better ones or this not meant for me. I think I need to buy better ones. Um, where do we start? Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I know I did. Got to spend time with family and loved ones, and that's what that's all about. We are back with the Swap Fairmont, and because the last video was so short and just quick little update, I felt that I need to get you guys out a video on Wednesday. So we're going to try to set this one out for Wednesday. And with that, what do we got going on in this video? Well, I got to clean up the shop first. That is the first thing that needs to happen. The second thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get the radiator in and the fan in and wire up the fan, make sure that works out. And then I'm going to go through everything on this car and see what I need to order. I'm going to make like probably one of my last big orders. With that, I want the dome light. I want the lights that I'm going to have underneath the rear wheels for when I'm backing up at night. And dashboard. I want to order a dashboard. And I know I'm missing stuff. There's probably a few more things that I should be ordering. The second thing that we're also going to do is I'm going to put the fuel pump in. I'm going to run the EcMotorsports A1000 pump. It's a lot of pump for what we got going on, so I got to buy a pretty expensive regulator. But I think buying the expensive regulator is still cheaper than buying a new pump and a different regulator. So we're going to do that. I'm probably going to look to see how the fuel filter is on that, see if I need to buy a new one of those. And then, yeah, then we'd pretty much be ready to run some fuel lines and brake lines and stuff. So I'm going to buy the electronics I need to finish wiring, and then we will worry about doing fuel lines and stuff like that. I am going to put the fuel pump in, wire it up. So with that being said, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to start cleaning up the shop, and then we will start getting the radiator in, the fan in, and we'll start wiring that up, get that to work. Yeah, I like that plan. So let's get to the rest of this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's time for me to get to work. All right, so I'm back. I ditched the mic for now, forever, for the moment. We'll see. I didn't buy new ones, but I did buy about $1,200 worth of shit for this pile of shit. I got a dash coming. I got a converter coming. I got the dome lights. I got the lights for back here. I got the cross member. I got a training cross member for the 400. That is for a LS swap Fox body with a turbo 400. I don't know if it's gonna work, but for 180 bucks, if it works, badass. If not, I have I guess I'll make it work. I can weld some stuff. I can make my own mounts. I can still use it and make it work, I think. So that's where we're at on that note. What do we got going on? Well, I said I was going to be putting the radiator in, which is still true. But I'm going to be putting the front end back together. So both fenders, I have the grill somewhere, and then I have the grill right there. I have the headlight bezels right there. We're going to start putting the front end back together, mainly because I need to see where everything sits and if the radiator I have is either going to be too tall or if it's going to work with the hood. So I got to put the front fenders back on. I kind of got to set the hood on it just to make sure that I can still use that radiator mount right down here, or if I have to do something different, kind of make my own. That's where we're at on this video. So I'm gonna get back to work. We're gonna throw the fenders on and test fit the radiator. All right.
You'll never make me stay, so take your weight off of me. I know you every move, so won't you just let me be? I've been here times before, but I was too blind to see that you seduce every man. This time you won't seduce me. She's saying that's okay. Hey baby, do what you please. I have the stuff that you want. I am the thing that you need. She looked me deep in the eyes. She's touching me so to start. She says there's no turning back. She trapped me in her heart. Dirty Diana, no. Dirty Diana, no. Dirty Diana, no. Dirty Diana, let me be. She likes the boys in the band. She knows when they come to town. Every musician's fan after the curtain comes down. She waits at backstage doors for those who have prestige, who promise fortune and fame, a life that's so carefree.
All right, guys. So we're back. You just watched me fiddle. I'm trying to be good on YouTube. Mess around with the. I feel like, you guys already saw it, but it's so good. You saw me kind of screw around with the fenders, with the. Hold on, I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna set you up real nice, like. Oh, this thing's so low. And then we're gonna tilt you up right there. Woo! All right, so you saw me mess around with fenders, get those attached, get the headlight bezels in, get the front grille on. I put the hood on, just sitting on top. Obviously, as you can see in the videos, it needs to get trimmed up. It's long on both sides, and it's a little long in the cowl area. Bumper is just like sitting on, but I think this thing's sitting about ride height, which is nice. I like it. This thing looks like your average Friday night 10K nitrous grudge race car. Like, it just looks dirty, because it is dirty, but it looks nasty. As you guys saw in the video, this thing is looking killer. The good news is that the hood is gonna fit. It already fits now, but up front it is gonna sit up a little bit higher, so that way there's a little bit of that more factory gap to it. So the hood's gonna sit up higher in the front. I do got a bunch of room still for the radiator and the radiator cap, so that means I can start fabricating up a mount for that, which is sweet. On top of that, that's actually it. This is how my brain works. I wanted to see if the radiator cap fit the hood. So I had to put the bumpers on. I had to put the fenders on, had to put the bumper on, had to put the hood on, had to tighten everything up, put the headlight bezels in, all that nonsense. And I'm happy I did. Because this thing is sweet, and I have a lot more motivation to get this thing rolling now. Kind of what my next step is one, I'm going to be fabricating those mounts for the radiator, and then I'm going to wire up the fan. By the time I get around to that, I will probably have my dome lights in. I'll probably have the lights in for the rear of the car. with that being said, I'm going to actually paint the roof of the car next. After I fabricate my mounts for this, we are going to take that dome light off and paint this all black. Because I think it'll look better. So then I can actually mount my dome lights, wire those in. So in reality, still progress. Didn't really do much today or really much in this video other than do something kind of cool. But I'm going to finish up this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always. In the next video, we are going to be doing fabrication. We are going to be building mounts for the radiator. And we will probably be painting the inside roof of this thing so that way it is ready for when the dome light shows up or the dome lights show up. I got multiple because, I mean, I'll just tell you, I got like these, I got the LED strips. So I'm gonna have 1 or 2 in the cab, in the front of the car. And I also want to wire them up in the back so that way if I'm fueling at night, I can turn them on and I can see what I'm doing back there without having to hold a flashlight or anything like that. So I think that'd be pretty sweet. But that's where we're at, and that's where I'm finishing this video off. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always. Next video we got fabrication and a little bit of painting and a little bit more planning. So radiator fits. This thing looks dirty, like just gangster looking. I'm so excited to fit everything up. But yeah, we're gonna finish this video off here. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.